Hey guys, RPM here. Hope y'all doing well. Having a really great day. In this video, I want to set up 8 of these RTX A2000s. These are the 6GB models, but the biggest thing is that these are all modded. And you guys have probably seen a lot of my videos recently of testing these cards out and seeing the power draw above the 75 watt, PCIe 6-pin specification. And so what I am wanting to do basically in this video is to see if I am going to burn up this Riserless motherboard when I have 8 of these A2000s on this Riserless motherboard, because as the PCIe slot natively is supposed to handle up to 75 watts from what I know, like a regular ATX motherboard, but this is a Riserless motherboard meant for mining, but the biggest thing is that these have 6-pin ports for each of the PCIe slots here, right? And so the PCIe cables that I'm going to be using, and I'm using a 1500 watt server power supply, by the way, with a ParallelMiner ZSX Amp Edition breakout board. But I have 8 of these PCIe cables for each of the ports for the PCIe slots, and which that each of these cables, according to ParallelMiner, these are 16 gauge wires that can supposedly handle up to 400 watts per cable. That's what they claim on their website, and I said, wow, that's amazing. So theoretically, if each of these A2000s at about 85 to 90 watts, which we have shown and tested in my previous videos, achieving about 49 to 50 megahash on Ethereum, and also getting higher hash rate on the other algorithms. You guys can see that video down below. Should hopefully be no problem to run on these cables and on this Riserless motherboard. So we're just gonna build this rig today and see how it goes in HiveOS, of course, and we'll see what the temperatures are and all that good stuff when we are gonna be mining on Ethereum for this whole rig. So guys, without further ado, let me put my camera on my tripod here. Okay, so I wanted to start off with plugging in all of the PCIe cables for each of the ports. So let's just quickly do that right now. Here. Second one, third one goes here. We skipped two of those ports. Next one goes over here. All right, fourth and fifth one. Fourth, 6. Let's do this. 8, 1, and 9. 8 here, yeah. Okay, there we go. Alright, so actually before we turn on this whole Riserless motherboard, I want to make sure it goes into HiveOS first. So we got to plug in now the power cable for the power supply. That's going to go right there. Okay, and yeah, I already have my HiveOS installation on an mSATA disk. I was going to try a SATA hard drive, but I remembered that this SATA port needs to be externally powered. There's like this J-Power SATA 1 for the SATA port. So I remember trying that out and I was like, oh yeah, that's not gonna work when I'm gonna utilize the ZSX Amp Edition board here with the 24 pin and the Molex here to power on SATA hard drive. And so yeah, that's not gonna work. We have to use an mSATA because I don't have the adapter to plug in for the Riserless board. Anyways, let me turn this on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And I already have the monitor network cable also plugged in. And we should see, oh, already into HiveOS. That's perfect. That's perfect. All right. So that's all well and good. I'm just going to see if it actually shows up in my web GUI. Be right back. Okay, yeah, it just booted into HiveOS. So that's all well and good. Alright, verified, it shows up in HiveOS. Now, my friends, we can add in the A2000s. So I'm just going to, let's just turn this off. Okay, now let's do this real time. Let's add it. Oh, almost dropped an A2000 right on the floor. That would have been bad. Okay, here we go. So the way that I'm going to do this, it's just simply plugging in each of the A2000s into the board like this. I'm not going to screw it down. I don't think I need to. It's pretty planted, right? These A2000s also don't have a external power like 6-pin to power the GPU, so as you all understand that all the power is being drawn from the PCIe slot. All right, let's go ahead. Let's just add it all here. Take you guys on the journey of adding all these GPUs, and then we're gonna turn it on real time here. Ooh, let's do it. Next one, third one. Okay. Oh, this is pretty easy. This is really nice and easy. Okay, number 4 is in. Just gonna make sure that this is snug. Okay, this one is also snug. Okay, 5th one. So we're going to the other side now. Okay. 6th one. I have a feeling the temperature on this is going to be pretty hot, but we shall see. You know, normally, I mean, I should really put this in like a server case or something like that. And I forgot to mention, actually, this video is brought to you by Octominer. If you guys are looking for Octominers, feel free, link down below, use offer code RedPandaMining for $50 off. I know recently Octominer just had a MOQ of 1, and so a lot of you guys bought their cases, and they definitely will have a time when they will do MOQ of 1 again. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, Octominer.com. All right, guys, let's turn this thing on. I got all the A2000s in all of its glory. This looks pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's turn it on. Let's see if we get some smoke. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I haven't seen any of the fans move. Will anything come up in Hive OS? Yeah, okay. What I want to see now is 8 NVIDIA GPU showing up on the screen here. Then I know all 8 of these have showed up. Man, if we get 4950 mega hash on each of these, that means this rig will take, well, we'll get about, I think, 400 mega hash or less. Around there? Yeah, that'll be insane. And we'll see the power consumption at the wall in a second here. Yeah, it shows 8 GPU. That's wonderful. That's perfect. Okay, so in Hive OS, that should show up. All right, I'm going to configure Hive OS, and I'll show you guys the result here in 1 sec. Be right back. Okay, it's been almost 19 hours. Yeah, almost 20 hours, and it's actually been like 2 days, and I've been testing this out for the past 2 days because I had some issues with the overclocks on these cards and also the memory temperatures. So, as you guys know, as we put these cards really close together on a Riserless board, as you guys can see here, there is an issue of temperature. And so, as I tried to get, 50 mega hash on most of them, I couldn't because the memory temperatures were just getting too hot. Like almost 100, 102, and it would essentially spew out errors in Hive OS, like GPU driver error. And so you can see here in terms of the memory, I had to change a lot. I had to play around with it. So as you all know, these are all stock padded A2000s with the mod. So I'm gonna, change the thermal pads. I saw someone actually had copper, like a copper shim. And they said you can buy those online. So you know what? I may buy like 8 of those and see what those do. That might be a cool video to do. I have been mining this for the past 19 hours. And some of you guys actually, on the last video that I did on the A2000, someone was wondering if I could mine to nicehash and on these cards for some reason. I'm like, sure. So I'm doing a test to US West nicehash, and yeah, it's obviously working. I looked online and it is submitting the shares and getting paid in Bitcoin, right? Mining Ethereum to Bitcoin. So yeah, the person that asked, this video is just, this part is just for you, okay, man? It works. So anyways, yeah, it's been going for almost 20 hours, and we are getting some like rejected here. I'm assuming that could be potentially because of the memory temperatures is getting too hot. As you guys can see, 96, 90, 90, 94. 86. This last one's okay, but I know that nicehash sometimes also spews out errors, it seems, as well, like the rejected shares or whatever. So I think that could be nicehash. But ultimately, what I want to do in this video mainly was to just understand that we are running these types of power consumptions on a Riserless board. And yeah, it's been going for more than, I've been testing this for the past 2 days. And now that's been going for about 20 hours. Man, these A2000s are hot, man. They're spewing out a lot of heat. So of course I don't have these in a server case, and I actually do want to test that in another video. Okay, so you guys may notice that I did change it up because the past couple days here I've been recording other videos. Stay tuned. I have a L3 Plus giveaway video. Stay tuned. I think that might be tomorrow, actually. So if you're watching this video now, let's go out here. You guys want to see the whole power consumption of that whole rig? It's 756 watts at the wall for those 8 A2000s. Alright guys, I just wanted to show you that in case people were wondering. And so what I want to test out, right, as that Riserless board, it seems like it's working. It doesn't smell like anything burnt or anything's on fire. I'm going to be doing, like, obviously a long-term test. I'll let you guys know how it goes. But I also want to try it in an Octominer. But there's an issue. These Octominers, like this X8 Ultra, they don't have the 8 pins plugged in. There's only 8 pins plugged in, 4 8 pins on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I put 8 A2000s in here, will these 4 6-pin PCIe that you guys can see plugged in, will that be enough to power 8 A2000s? Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other PCIe plugs here that are not plugged in. But of course, right, I do have extra PCIe here because if we're using A2000s, they don't have the external PCIe power, right? It's all being drawn through the PCIe slot. So I'm gonna ask Octominer and see if that's, you know, safe enough. If we can draw more than 75 watt, I guess the PCIe specification on these. And also I also want to try it on a Octominer X12 Ultra, having 12 A2000s. And the similar way, there's only like, I think 6 or 8 PCIe plugged into the motherboard. So if I'm going to do 12 A2000s, I theoretically need to have 12 PCIe plugs for each of the PCIe slots. So I'm going to try that in another video, but you guys can let me know what you think. I hope that I can just simply plug into here. I'm not quite sure if that's to power these or not, but I'm going to ask Octominer, look at the PCIe specification, and that will be for another video. Okay, my friends, so that's it. There you guys go. It's going good. It's going good. These cables, they don't feel hot, so that's all well. That's all. Yeah, they don't feel hot at all. Nothing. Yeah, I haven't seen any burning smell or anything yet. And some people had concerns of the ATX, like the PCIe slot, and yes, I have the same concern as well. So really, if you guys are planning on doing this, this is like, do this at your own risk. I'm not telling you guys to go do this. I guess I am the one that's the guinea pig right now, but it's been mining for the past 20 hours. I'm gonna let this go for the next week, obviously forever, because these cards are modded now. I can't go back. Well, unless you can like unsolder these or something. But anyways, guys, yeah, we're gonna do more tests of this, but it seems like the Riserless board is working on these A2000s. All right, looks to be just fine. Yeah, I had silicon lottery issues with one of these. I think this fourth one here, I can only go up to 5300 memory for some reason, but I'm gonna guess that could have been temperature. But there's this one here that's 98 degrees Celsius on the memory. That's really hot, but that one's getting 49. But I do want to do the copper shim or repad these in another video. That'll be for another time. All right, my friends, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, and peace out. Oh, dude, this is spewing out, like, it's spewing out lava right now. That's what it feels like on these A2000s. Oh my God.